All right, guys, welcome everyone. I officially welcome you to the second lesson of the Stock Exchange Masterclass with Akbali Joel. I still remain the pointer. All right, so in this lesson, I said we'll be looking at how to make money from the stock exchange market. Yes, how to make money from the stock exchange market. How do I go about it? How do I do this? How do I do that? Basically, there are two known ways of making money in the stock exchange market. Two ways. All right. The first is through dividend payment. This is the first way of making money in the stock exchange markets. All right. Now, I want you to note, okay, let me define. I think I've defined in the previous class, I've defined what dividend is. All right. So I defined it as the profit that is being shared, the company's profit that is being divided among shareholders. Yes, it is called dividend. All right. So I buy shares, I give the company money to invest their business, I invest in their business to expand their business. All right. And they've done that, and then they've made profit. All right. So that profit that they made, they will keep some for themselves, and then they will share some of the profit amongst shareholders. So the profit that I receive is called dividend. Is that okay? So when I buy shares, I should be expecting dividend payment. Most companies pay dividend um, maybe quarterly, some biannually, some annually, and so on and so forth. All right. Some don't even pay for a long time. All right. Maybe there's a problem with their business or stuff like that. Some don't pay for a long time. And then, yes, so true dividend payment is one of the known ways of making money from the stock exchange market. All right. Now, it is very important to note that not all companies pay dividend. Not all companies pay dividend. Is that okay? Good. Companies that pay dividend are referred to as dividend stocks or income stocks, while companies that don't pay dividend are referred to as growth stocks or non-dividend stocks. Now, let me tell you why. Some companies will pay dividend and others will not pay dividend. Why will you not pay dividend when I give you my when I give you my money to actually work on your business, to boost on your business, and you're making from profit, you don't want to pay me okay? There are two okay, there's a strategic reason, all right, why certain companies pay dividend and certain companies don't pay dividend. All right. So the companies that don't pay dividends, which are actually known as growth stocks, you can call them growth companies. All right. Now these companies are, they've not established dominance in the markets. They are starting out. They are starting out. Yes, we can still make money from those companies. We can still make money from those companies. There are new companies that are not strong enough to actually distribute their profit to shareholders. So what they do is that they reinvest their profit. Every profit they make, they reinvest it back into the business so that the business can be stronger. They don't keep any profit for themselves. So after making every expenses, after paying executive and stuff like that, what they do with the money is that they reinvest it into the business and and expand the business. Is that okay? So the reason why they don't pay dividend is because they want to expand their business. And do you know one thing about business? The more money they have, the faster their expansion. The faster they'll be able to expand, the faster they'll be able to build new branches and do whatsoever that is required of them to actually do. All right. So they don't pay dividend because they reinvest their profit into the business. Is that okay? So remember we said the first way is through dividend payment. And not all companies pay dividend. Some pay and some don't. The companies that pay dividend now, the company that pay dividend are strongly established companies. Strongly established companies. They are often called blue chips. All right, such that they've been there for, let me give you an example. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola has been there from the 1900s, few years, let's say few years after the 1900s. I really can't pick it now, but they've been there for a long time. They are dividend paying company. They are so strong. They've established dominance all around the world. There's literally no continent you go that you won't find Coca-Cola. So they've established dominance. They're strong. There's no space for them to actually go bigger again. They are so big. They are so big. Coca-Cola is so big, such a big company, such that there's literally they don't struggle to expand again. They don't struggle to expand. So such company that is very, very big and has established dominance in its industry, they actually pay dividend without stress. Without stress. Another dividend company in Nigeria is Dangote Cement. All right, they established dominance in the industry and they don't struggle for expansion. All right, so they pay dividend easily. All right, they pay dividend easily. So that's specifically it. So there are so many companies also that pay dividends. So many companies like MTN Nigeria, Airtel, even some of these fintech guys. All right, Access Bank, GT Bank, Zenith Bank. Yes, they also pay dividend. They pay dividend. Boa Foods. I think the last time Boa Foods paid dividend was about 13 naira. It was in September 2025. In the month, I think 11th September, if I'm not wrong. Yes, Boa Foods paid a dividend of 13 naira per share. All right. So if you had one share of Boa Foods, that would be 13 naira. If you had 100, that should be, is it 1,300? If you have 1,000, that should be 13,000. Am I correct? So basically, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. And their shares is not really expensive. Shares is very cheap per one. All right. So let's go to the next way at which we can actually make money from the stock exchange market. All right. So the second way is through stock value appreciation. Now, take note of this. Stock investment is not Ponzi scheme. It's not something that you put your money this week and then you're expecting something else next week. You don't put 5,000 or 1,000 and then you be expecting 2 million. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's not Ponzi scheme. It's a reliable system backed up by the federal government, by the Security and Exchange Commission. All right. So these are official platforms. They are not messing with you. All right. They are not jokers. They're not here to catch fun. They are not here to for anything. They are real business legit people. All right. All right. So basically, the appreciation of stock is the increase in the price of a particular company's shares. All right. I explained here. I said if you purchase shares of a company and the share price increases by 20%, your total balance will also increase by 20%. Now, let me give you an example. I bought shares with Dangote company. Let's assume Dangote, a group of companies, are selling their shares for 100 naira per one. And then I buy, let's say, 100 pieces. Is that 10,000 naira? Yes, let's say that's 10,000 naira. Okay. So 100 pieces of shares with Dangote company, which is 10,000 naira. Now the share price increased from 100 naira per one to 120 naira per one. All right. So that's a 20% move. That's a 20% move. So my 10,000 automatically becomes 12,000. Is that okay? So my 10,000 becomes 12,000 automatically. There is nothing that can happen to it. It is, that's how it is. It's called um value appreciation. Sorry, value appreciation. The value of the stock has increased. The value of the stock has increased. Now there are some factors that makes the value of a particular stock increase, and you can easily analyze which stock will increase in maybe in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years. You can easily make that analysis. Now you think 10,000 is small, 2,000 naira increase or in 2,000 naira profit is small. How about you bought shares of 100,000 naira? That would have been, let's say, 20,000 naira in a very short period of time. All right. So the idea of value the idea of value appreciation is such that the price increased. Yes, the price of that particular shares increased. Most times we see increase of over 100%, especially when it has to do with foreign companies. Yes, I've been making an example with Nigerian companies, but the essence is so that you understand. But there are a lot of foreign shares that we can also buy. All right, we see sometimes 100% increase, sometimes 120%, 150% increase. All right, I often get this notification. I often get these things that this particular share has increased so percentage, so percentage. So that's how it is. That's how it is. They reinvest their capital. These are the guys that most of these people who the value of their most of these guys whose the value of their share increases, they are actually the one who reinvest their profit. Yes, most of them reinvest their profit. So they don't share their profit, they reinvest it. So their company easily expands. And if their company easily expands, the value of their shares will rise. So that's how we make money from there. That's how we make money from there. And let me tell you the truth. In a period of 1, 2, 3, 5 years, the value of a particular share can go as high as, let me not give you digits so I don't keep your mind somewhere else. But the point I'm trying to make is the value of shares can extremely rise. And it's the reason why it's even a low risk investment is because if you get this idea, you will understand the concept of stocks. Is every business wants to make profit, every business wants to expand, no business wants to fail. So as you are investing in their business, they don't have any intention to run away with your money. Why? Because they are already an established business, they are strong, they are standing, they want to make profit, you too want to make profit. So it's a win-win situation. So they want to make profit, they use your money to actually make profit and they give you a part of it, or they use your money to make profit and reinvest it into the business, and then the value of their stock increase, and then you too, you are make money, you are making money by either selling the shares as the value increased, or you leave it for more increase. Is that okay? So basically, that's the idea. That's the idea of, that's the system at which we make money from the stock exchange market. It's very, very simple, very, very easy. If you have this understanding, you will literally have peace of mind when it has to do with investing in the stock exchange market. All right. I hope this is clear. If there's any question, please ask. If you don't understand anything, go through the class again. Any question, ask. Anything that needs further explanation, of course, I'm always available for further explanation. So thank you very, very much for staying to the end of this class. I'll see you in the next class. I'll see you in the next class. What we are going to be discussing is very, very crucial. All right. So I'll see you in the next class. For now, you have a beautiful day and God bless you.